If you're already running a video production business and pulling in 10 to 20K months, then congratulations, because that's a place that most people never reach. But let's be honest, at this level, it can feel like you're sprinting on a treadmill. You're busy, booked, maybe even burnt out. And scaling past 20K months sometimes feels just way too far out of reach. And the truth is, that next leap doesn't come from working harder, it comes from changing how you work. Today I'm gonna show you exactly how I'd scale a video business beyond 20K a month sustainably, strategically, and without losing your evenings, weekends, or sanity. Let's go. Okay, so this is something we say inside my business all the time. Will it make the boat go faster? And it's not just a saying, but it's a filter. Because at this level, time becomes your most valuable asset. And if you're not actively moving your business forward, it's probably slowing you down. So let me explain how we utilize this to scale our business. Okay, so step one is that you have to focus on $1,000 tasks. You're not just a creative anymore, you're a business owner, a strategist, the CEO. And that means that your calendar needs to reflect that role. So let's break this down. £10 tasks or $10 tasks would be editing, doing amendments, sending invoices, setting up the gear for shoots. $100 tasks would be client communications, admin, back and forth revisions. And $1,000 tasks would be pricing strategies, offer building, team leadership, sales systems, marketing content. If you're constantly firefighting, then you're stuck in the $100 zone. And that's what's keeping you trapped at 10 to 15K months. The shift is, every time you touch something, ask, could someone else do this for $10 an hour? If yes, then delegate it, automate it, or delete it. This is one mindset shift that frees up hours and hours that you can actually spend on scaling your business rather than trying to do everything just because you think it's the most cost effective. As an actionable tip, go and write down all of the tasks that you currently do on a day-to-day basis inside your business and start to write next to them if they're 10, $100 or $1,000 tasks. This will help you visually see where the bottlenecks inside your business are lying and where you're wasting time doing things that you could easily outsource to someone else so that you can put your focus where it needs to be on scaling your business. All right, so at 20K a month, your bottleneck isn't usually needing more clients. It's actually the chaos inside your business that's slowing it down. You need systems to grow, not putting in more and more effort. So let me show you what I mean, and let's go and break this down. So stage two, we have to build repeatable systems. If you're reinventing the wheel every time a new client comes on board, or you're adapting to their way of working, then you are leaking time. So here's an order of what to systemize first. So the best place to start is onboarding. So this is intake forms, templated emails, and intro videos. These things will all save you time just by pulling from an email script. I'll be honest with you, when we implemented this into our business, I didn't believe it was gonna work because I was so used to sending tailored emails to every single client, which took a lot of time. And I thought, well, then I'm not giving them that personability. But this was the one key factor that really changed my mindset moving forward. Because when we started to template all of these different types of emails that we send, particularly in the onboarding process, it was really clear to see how I was saying the same thing over and over again, but taking too long in writing those emails. So email templates became insanely important. Intake forms where we can go through and actually ask the client a preset of questions that will give us a really clear understanding of what we need to deliver, plus creating intro videos so that they know our system, they know the way they work, they know when they're gonna get invoiced and how our process works, not adapting to theirs. The next thing that needs to be optimized is the editing and delivery of your service. So the same folder structure for everyone in the team, the same naming, the same delivery flow. Even now we give reference numbers to every unique project so they're easier to find and keep track of, especially when we're in a whole host of emails to and from with clients. We can reference that number really easy to find all the information we need. With editing, and especially when you've got a team, we have to make sure everybody is singing from the same hymn sheet and we've all got the same information. The final tip here as well is to introduce a quality check system or structure that you can give to your team members to make sure they go through and check off their work. So when they hand it over to the client, there are no issues with it whatsoever. Or if there are, then there's accountability to make sure that your business doesn't make those same mistakes again. If you were to track your time, client communication will take up so much more than you would ever have anticipated. When we ran this task with our team, it was clear to see why we were losing so much time in our business, why our team constantly felt like that they were at capacity, and yet the numbers just didn't reflect that because we were all busy, but we were busy doing things that weren't generating money. So we simplified and systematized our client communication. So we gave clear project timelines, automated updates, and we shared checklists so everyone, again, knew what they were doing. The client was kept informed, which meant that we gave a better level of service, but it was much clearer. We got the information we needed from them. They knew if the project was on track, and then we were able to deliver without all of the back and forth and any miscommunication down the line. Ultimately, you want someone else to be able to step in and know exactly how your business runs. And if you can do that, not only is it scalable, but it can also be sellable. Systems don't just make things easier, they make things possible when you step away. And that's real scalability, is when you as the founder or the CEO can take a step back from your business and let it operate on its own, giving you some real time freedom. So here's the truth, right? More clients isn't always the answer. Sometimes the answer is better offers. So throughout this process, this was a huge change we made inside our business to create an offer that's big enough to attract the right type of clients. Okay, so stage 3 is about expanding on your value. If you're still selling single videos, then you're selling your time. We want to move towards RCPs, which stands for regular content plans. And this is a recurring revenue model to build predictability inside your business. Instead of random jobs, you offer a monthly system. For example, your offer could look like this. You could say, we produce 4 videos a month that help you retain customers and increase visibility. Those packages start at $2,000 a month. Now this works because it gives you stability, it gives the client consistency, and it removes the back and forth over price at every project. If you really wanted to, you could actually do a lot less sales by signing people onto these 12-month retainers, because you know they're coming back to give you that repeat business every single month. It's ultimately going to give you predictability inside your cash flow in order to help you scale. So productize what you do, make the offer bigger and more outcome focused, and that's how you grow from 15K months to 30 plus. If you're anything like me, you get to a point where you're spending extra hours working and your time is only scalable to a certain level, right? You can only put in so much extra time, and that's where we need to start working smarter. You need to realize that you can't do everything, and the longer you try, the more that you prevent your business from growing quicker. So next, we need to buy back some of your time by outsourcing and hiring effectively. So now we're at stage 4 and we're hiring for leverage. So you don't need a full team, but you do need help. And here's what that might look like. So you could get a part-time virtual assistant or a project manager to help handle the logistics of the shoots. You could hire an editor if you're still stuck in post-production, because that's where a lot of the bottleneck happens. You could do a project coordinator to help keep clients updated, or an account manager, and your job becomes about leading and not doing everything. One of our Academy members was editing every night until literally like 1 a.m. and hiring a VA and part-time editor, he got back about 20 hours a week and signed 2 new retainer clients. Because time is leverage, so we need to hire accordingly, because that person is then able to leverage the extra time that they've just brought back and use that to focus on growing their business, signing clients onto these retainers, and then that person knows that they've got a set income for the next 12 months. If you can have someone handle the client accounts and do the back and forth between the client and the filmer or editor, maybe you still step in for the filming side of things, but if you can hire out the editing, and again, that's just gonna take you off of the tools and help you become less involved in the business so that you can focus on what really matters, and that's scaling. Oh, and by the way, don't restrict yourself just to the country that you're in. There are talented people from all over the world that you can find online who will be able to do a lot of the heavy lifting inside your business for potentially a fraction of the price. Here's the temptation. Once you've got some traction, you want to change everything. And sometimes it can be the new shiny object syndrome, when some new opportunity comes along to make money, the new offer, the new funnel, the new idea. But the truth is, growth comes from consistency and not chaos. Every time we add something else into a business, it creates disruption and therefore more chaos. So what we have to do is we have to focus on letting the jelly set. Let me break this down in a bit more detail. Now we're going to focus on about scaling what's already working. So once you've got something working, we need to let it breathe. If your offer converts, then don't build a new one. If your delivery works, don't tweak it weekly. You've got to let the jelly set. And what this means is not just to keep opening the fridge door with a new shiny object all the time. We have to leave it in there to do its job. So I want you to focus on optimizing your best system, creating content that reinforces your niche, doubling down on one acquisition channel. Most scale happens not from starting new things, but from repeating what works, but better and better, and improving on that system. When you start to do this, you really start to understand how chaotic your business was and the transformation this has in terms of giving you the ability and space to scale at a much faster rate. And for most people, the realization that their business isn't growing is because of them. They're getting in the way of stopping their business growing because they're not implementing these steps in order to scale. If this resonates with you, then you've got two clear options. The first is that you can take everything in this video and go and apply it yourself. And honestly, you'd probably make progress, but it'll be slower, harder, and you'll likely hit more walls or costly pitfalls along the way. Or the second option is that you can plug into the exact framework that helped me and now helps hundreds of other creatives scale to consistent 20 to 50K month businesses with clarity and control. So if it's okay, I would love to show you the Perspective Academy and how it can help you scale your business further. Inside the Perspective Academy, you'll get our full RCP system, retainer-ready content model. You'll get access to over 100 step-by-step videos that walk you through how to systemize your business, how to create more sales, and how to scale efficiently and effectively. I'll also give you a documents package that contains templates, scripts, pricing calculators, and onboarding workflows. You'll get access to our sales call breakdowns, live coaching, and strategic accountability, and be part of a community of creatives who are all looking to scale together. And right now, for the first 20 people from this video, there's an exclusive lifetime discount via the link in the description below. So if you're serious about scaling your business past 20K months sustainably and having the systems and help and guidance to navigate through the challenges, then this is the next logical step. Go check it out, and I'll see you there.